So about 4 months ago, I reviewed the Cube iwork8, and this right here is the Cube iwork Air. Now the Air is essentially the same tablet, dual boot. It has an Atom X5 Z8300, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabyte eMMC. But what has changed is the screen. The screen now has been upgraded. It is now a 1920 by 1200 16 by 10 screen still. The first model, the iwork8, had a 1280 by 800 screen. So this should look a lot sharper, a lot brighter, and it is in fact the same screen resolution as seen on the Chewy HI8 Pro and the TechTablets X80 Power and X80 Pro. So a standard Cube box here. If I can get this open. And here is our tablet. And no power supply. So this is a under $100 tablet. So often they don't actually bother including power supplies, but certain retailers will include that for you. So we just got a USB 2 to USB, micro USB 2 cable there. That's for Android for charging as well. And we have an OTG cable that's included. So let's have a look at the tablet. So the exact same build as the iwork10, I can see that already. So it's all plastic, apart from the buttons. I think actually the buttons were metal on the iwork8 that I reviewed. Yes, they still retain the metal there. So along the top here, we do have a micro SD card slot, 3.5mm headphone jack that will support microphones, micro HDMI out, micro USB 2 there for OTG, charging, and nothing along this side. So this silver here, while it looks probably on camera like it is metal, is actually just painted plastic there. And along the back there is a single speaker at the top, which on the iwork8 model I found to be a little disappointing. I don't imagine they would have actually changed the hardware on this at all. There's a rear 2 megapixel camera, a power, volume up and down buttons, and a 2 megapixel front facing camera. So let's get this powered on. Hopefully there's some battery in here and see what that screen looks like. Have a look at the weight. I don't imagine this would have changed from the iwork8. So it's 314 grams. And the thickness will be, of course, exactly the same as the iwork8. Same housing and everything. So that is about 9.5 millimeters in thickness. All right, so there's the dual boot menu. So we've got either Windows or Android. I'll go into Android first. Okay, so it's just powering up now with the Cube logo there in Chinese, of course. So first boot's coming up on Chinese. So no one's actually messed with this one and gone in there and changed that into English. So to do so, you just need to find the globe icon and then the top setting. So there it's in Chinese. Scroll along down and find the language you want. So that screen seems quite nice. Just give you a closer look at that. Very sharp. Not bad. There's still that large gap in the digitizer glass and the IPS. Between them, there's a gap there you can see of approximately, I would estimate that gap to be about 1.5 to 2 millimeters there. So not the thinnest, but in this price range, this is what you're going to get. Normally, you don't have fully laminated displays. If you do want a fully laminated display, then there is the Jumper Easy Mini 3, I think it is. The EasyPad Mini 3, sorry. That is the only one, but I actually had a lot of troubles with that particular tablet. Anyway, storage. We have available 7.75 gigabytes free there, which isn't too bad. And let's have a look at the ROM quickly. So a stock launcher, and you can see that there's only 2 bloatware applications on there. Hopefully I can actually just uninstall those. Oh, that one I can't. It's not going to let me. And you see they've included a volume up and down. So we've got a lot of on-screen menu keys there, including a screenshot too. So just go back into that. So the other app there, Play Store is there, which is good. And what I didn't check was the version of Android, which is 5.1. And is there an application to switch over to Windows? Probably not. It could be from the swipe down. No, not there. So it'll be the power then. Hold down the power. Here we go. Boot to Windows, which I'll do now. And we'll have a quick look at Windows 10. So first boot took a little while, and it's popped up here with at least English, which is good, and then the 2 Chinese dialects. So I'll get this now set up, and we'll have a look later on at the device manager and the eMMC drive and see what hardware they have used. I'm seeing a little bit of a shimmer on the screen there, but to the naked eye, I can't pick that up at all, but the camera seems to be showing just the tiniest little bit of flicker there. I'm not too sure what's happening. I had the same problem actually with the TechTablets X80 Power. Had a bit of flicker to it on camera. So here we go, it's finally setting itself up. So here we go, Windows took a little while to set itself up, but finally, it just takes a while in this hardware. So it started out in tablet mode. I'm just going to go along and switch over now to just Windows, normal Windows mode. So let's have a look at system. And just confirm that they have gone with 64-bit operating system. Even though we've only got 2 GB of RAM, there's really no benefit to having it. Oh, I guess for drivers and some programs or emulators too. And Windows activation, okay, I've got to connect to the internet for that. Device manager. Oh, the camera is definitely picking up a lot of that flicker there. So, device manager. Generic in card. So that would probably be a B-Wind or 4C drive. Let's have a look at the wireless. Will probably be Realtek or Broadcom. Realtek, so that's single band wireless in 2.4 gigahertz. And the most important thing to look at is free space. Let's have a look. And there's a couple of bloat videos there, but they're easy to remove and delete. So free space 5.98 gigabytes. Yeah, okay, that's not too good on Windows, because once you start getting Windows Update starts to really eat into that and installing applications. Of course, there is a micro SD card there, so you can expand on that. But really, the days of having 32 gigabyte eMMCs running dual boot should be coming to an end. They should really focus on just having 64 gigabytes. That's my personal opinion. I'm sure most people will be happy to pay 10 or 15 US more for 64 gigabytes. So that is the unboxing there, and first impressions are not too bad. Okay, the build is plasticky, and it's exactly the same as the iwork8. I can't see any other differences, only the fact that, yes, the screen definitely looks a lot sharper. So that's 40%, and I can increase that right up to 100%. And 100% seems to have a little less flicker there, so it's got probably something to do with the pulse width modulation. Flicker maybe just being picked up on the camera. I'll state that again, that I can't see it happening with my own eyes. So I will have more on this tablet up and coming soon, so keep an eye on the playlist there. And if you did like this video, don't forget to subscribe, because I will have more up and coming videos just like this one, more unboxings and more reviews on tech from China. See you later.